Hi guys, I'm back. How are you doing? You're doing fine? I hope so. Okay guys, so we did the closed economy multiplier. So today we're gonna see the open economy macroeconomics, and we're gonna study the C plus I approach and then the multiplier approach, okay? So, reminder, do you remember how we calculate the GDP? It's C, consumption, plus I, investment, private domestic investment, government purchases, G, and X, net exports. Net exports being exports minus imports. Do you remember why we put net exports in there? It simply draws the line between our nation's GDP and another country's GDP. Remember that? Whatever we export, which we produced and sold to them, minus whatever they produced and sold to us. Okay? This way we have a limit between countries' GDPs. Okay, so part A, we're gonna use the C plus I approach, a table that is similar to the one we have seen before, but we're gonna add net exports. Some assumptions first. First, exports, we see it as an exogenous variable. That means it comes from outside the economic system, okay? It simplifies the work. Okay, now as for imports, it's indigenous. That means it's a percentage of our GDP, okay? So it depends on GDP, okay? I'm sorry, you can find this table, page 567, chapter 28, it's table 28.1, okay? I put this chapter before the others because we're still in the multiplier, so I want to do them one after the other. This way you don't forget and then come back, okay? So it's simply the same table as before, but instead of putting only C and then adding I and G, we put domestic demand, which is C plus I plus G, all together, and we have the levels of GDP with the levels of domestic demand, okay, without net exports. Then we added exports. Here we're assuming it's 250. It's given to us, 250. But imports are a percentage of the GDP. Here in the book, they gave you the example of 10%. So simple calculation, you take the GDP and you calculate 10% of it, and it gives you the imports. So let's do it. 4,100 multiplied by 10%, that would be 410. 3,800 multiplied by 10%, 380. 3,500, it's gonna give us 350. So you know what to do. Let's do it quicker. And 290. Okay. Now what we have to do is to calculate the net exports. We're gonna calculate net exports, then sum up the whole thing. Okay? To look for our equilibrium where everything is okay. By the way, right now our equilibrium, if it's a closed economy, it's here. Do you see it? GDP is equal to C plus I plus G. Closed economy, it's going to be 3,800, 3,800 when the domestic demand is equal to the output. Okay. Now let's move back to the open economy. We're going to calculate our net exports. It's going to be 250 minus 410. Okay? Exports minus imports. Can it be negative? Yes, of course. It's when you have net exports, you have an exports deficit. Is it? It's net export deficit. Yeah, it's called net export deficit. It's when you import more than you export. Okay, so here it's going to be, I think, negative 160. You know what? The results are in the book, so I'm just going to copy them. Okay, So I have negative 160, negative 130. So it's all negative. Here, negative 100, negative 70, and then negative 40. Negative 70 and negative 40. Okay, guys? So now we're going to use the C plus I approach, meaning I'm going to use C plus I plus G plus X to see how much is my whole demand. Okay? Calculated already in the book, so I'm just going to copy. I need to take off my glasses to copy because I don't see. Okay, 3,840. For this one, 3,670, 3,500, 3,330, and 3,160. Okay, done with the table. So let's see here. Here, at this point, you are trying to, your production is going to be 4,100, while your demand is only going to be 3,840, your total demand. So what are you going to do? Automatically, you're going to tend to decrease the output because you're not selling all your output, okay? So here we're going to have a contraction in the economy, okay? Similar to here. Earlier, when we had a closed economy, it was an equilibrium. But right now, the output is bigger than the total demand. So what are we going to do? We're going to have a contraction. And look here. Do you see this one? 3,500, 3,500. We have the GDP is equal to C plus I plus G plus X. We are at our equilibrium. Okay. So here everything is fine. We have no contraction, no expansion. Okay. Now, at this point here, I'm producing less than the demand in the country. So what's going to happen? The demand is there. It's going to encourage an expansion. Okay, so here is an expansion. Here, same thing. The demand is bigger than the output, so it encourages an expansion. Agreed? So what we did right now, it's simply open the economy, add net exports. Remember, exports, exogenous variable, imports, percentage of GDP. Clear? Okay, do you know how we call this percentage of GDP? We call it the marginal propensity to import. Okay? Marginal propensity to import. It's MPM. For each dollar that you consume, you're gonna have a part of it that's gonna go to imported goods. That part of that dollar is your marginal propensity to import. MPM. That's my M, okay? Marginal. Propensity means tendency, okay? Marginal propensity to import. That was in the book, in this example, it was 10%. in the example of the table. Okay? Now, we have a new function for total spending. Do you remember in a closed economy? Closed economy. My function was, my total expenditure function was equal to MPC. Do you remember? MPC times GDP plus a constant B. We're talking straight lines here, okay? Plus a constant B, that was your consumption function, plus I plus G, okay? Closed economy. Now we're opening it, okay? Open economy. What is it gonna be? Your total spending, I'm gonna just put TS because I don't have a lot of space. I'm gonna put, this was your C function, because I need space here. Now in an open economy, you're still gonna have your C, so MPC times GDP plus your constant B that you find, that was your consumption, plus I plus G plus exports minus MPM, which is your, I'm sorry, it's big M, MPM, the marginal propensity to import, times GDP. That's your import. And this, all of it, net exports. Net, not, net exports. Okay guys, what I'd like you to do is take a screenshot. I'm gonna leave this one here and I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna erase the table. Okay? I need space, so I'm erasing all this. You need to know the difference between a closed and an open economy function. Moving on. I don't need these things over here. Okay, taking space for nothing. So, I'm in the open economy, so I'm gonna rewrite my function. I'm gonna use black now. So total spending which is C plus I plus G plus X. So we said it's MPC times GDP plus constant B plus I plus G constants plus exports, also a constant, minus MPM. I should write MPC also bigger, capital letters. I don't know why I always write it small letters. Anyway, MPM times GDP. What I did right here is just rewrite this, okay? So now you know what they stand for. I can delete this one and move on. So I'm gonna put GDP in common for these two, okay? Which is equal, well, first I'm gonna write them one next to the other. MPC times GDP minus MPM times GDP, and then plus I plus G plus exports. Okay? Now GDP in common, it's equal to MPC minus MPM, everything between parentheses, times GDP. And that would be your slope. Okay, then I add the constants. I forgot plus b here. Plus, okay, plus b, then plus I. Plus b, which is the constant, plus I, plus g, plus exports. Okay, that's your total spending function. So first, in the closed economy, you had MPC being your slope. Now it's MPC minus something. So the slope of the total spending function in an open economy is smaller than the slope of the total spending function in a closed economy. Okay? So it actually tilts your function. So, if this was your C plus I plus G function, the new function is going to be tilted C plus I plus G plus X. Okay? What do you have in here? Net export deficit. Okay? In here it would be net export, well, positive. Okay, guys? Surplus. Yeah, I think it's called surplus. I'm not sure for this one. We focus more on this side, which is the deficit. Anyway, so you see that the functions are not the same. They don't have the same slope. The slope actually changed. Agreed? Now I need to delete, to erase everything in order to move to the multiplier. Okay? I'm gonna do it. Let me just see how I'm doing with the time. Oh yes, I still have time. Can I? Yeah, I hope you took your screenshots. Now I'm moving to the second part, which is the open economy multiplier. Open economy multiplier. Okay, guys. I'm going to take the change of $1 in whatever variable I have, except imports, of course, and consumption, which these two depend on GDP, so I'm not going to put them, but I, G, and export, same multiplier. Okay, so if I have a change of $1, I'm going to start with the closed economy so that you see the difference. Closed economy multiplier. What did I have? I had the $1 of change plus MPC times the $1 plus MPC square. So I'm not going to put the times $1 plus MPC square. That was your multiplier. MPC square plus MPC to the cube plus MPC 4. If you don't know what I'm doing, go back to the video where I explained this. Plus MPC to the power n. And this resulted in the multiplier being 1 over 1 minus MPC. That was your multiplier. Okay? Now we're going to do the same, but we don't have only MPC now. Now we have MPC and MPM. So the open economy Okay. So first, that exogenous variable is going to come in, $1. I'm only calculating for $1 because it gives me directly the multiplier. So I'm going to take that $1 and see how it affects the economy. First, that $1 sold, done. Now, a person 1 received $1. What is that person gonna do with it? Person 1. Person 1 is gonna consume MPC of the dollar and save MPS of the dollar. Okay? Agreed? Till here, everything fine. But it consumes MPC of it. But does it consume local goods? All of it is local? Or part of it goes to imported goods? Here, we buy a lot of Spanish goods. So those Spanish goods for food, those Spanish goods that we buy, they're not going to be counted in our GDP. They should go to the exports of Spain. So we need to take them out of our consumption. So it's MPC minus the percentage that was imported. That's what I'm going to add in the GDP. Minus MPM. So here it's going to be MPC minus MPM. Okay? Plus. So MPC minus MPM went locally. So you bought that from somebody in the country. For example, here your MPC is 0.9 and your MPM is 0.1, meaning that 0.80 cents, $0.8 are going to be spent inside from a local shop, as an example. So, Mr. 2, let's say that you spent all of it with Mr. 2. So, Mr. 2 received 0.8. So, Mr. 2 is gonna consume MPC of it, which is 90%. But in the GDP, is the whole 90% gonna stay here? No. He consumed 90%, but part of that 90% went to, in my example, to Spain. So what's gonna stay in the local GDP is only the 0.8. So locally, he received MPC times MPM, minus MPM. That was your 0.8. That's what he received from here. But then he consumed MPC minus MPM again of whatever he received. So MPC minus MPM. Okay, MPC minus MPM times MPC minus MPM. It's MPC minus MPM square plus MPC minus MPM square. Okay? Plus, so it's going to go to Mr. 3. Same thing. He's going to receive MPC minus MPM square. And how much of it is going to be spent locally? It's MPC minus MPM of it, of whatever he received. So times MPC minus MPM. So it's going to give me, in the change in GDP, plus MPC minus MPM to the cube. Okay? You got the idea. Each time we're going to have plus MPC minus MPM and you add to the power. Okay? So plus MPC minus MPM, sorry, still not corona. Power 4, I'm following the same thing, plus MPC minus MPM to the power n. Okay? Now I'm gonna delete these little ones. Okay? Where is mine? So without expanding it as I did last time, this time I'm gonna go follow here. So my multiplier would be, I'm going directly to the result. Well, you know how to develop it now. You already saw it. 1 over 1 minus, and then between parentheses is going to be MPC minus MPM. Okay? Just replace MPC by MPC minus MPM. Now let's calculate it a little further. It's going to be equal to 1 over 1 minus MPC plus MPM. Okay? Which is equal to 1 over 1 minus MPC. It's equal to MPS. Remember your rules? So it's going to be MPS. Now I'm going to write it the right way. Plus MPM. And that's your open economy multiplier. Well, here in the closed economy, it was also 1 over MPS. Yeah, 1 minus MPC is 1 over MPS. Now, in a closed economy, I could have said it was plus MPM, but MPM was equal to 0. Okay? You didn't import, you didn't export, so you had your MPM 0. So it has always been the same multiplier, but we didn't have any MPM, so it gave us this. Okay, guys? So you've already used this multiplier without knowing it. So now I gave you the example of 0.9 as MPC and 10% as MPM. So let's do it. I have MPC, that's just an example. MPC is equal to 0.9, that would be 9 over 10. Okay? Closed economy multiplier would be 1 over 1 minus 9 over 10, that would be 1 over 10. 1 over 10, so your multiplier would be 10. Agreed? That's in the closed economy. Open economy, same thing, but I have to add MPM. MPM is 1 over 10. Okay, I'm keeping the same example. Let's see. So open economy multiplier would be, so 1 over MPS, which is 1 over 10, plus MPM, which is 1 over 10, which is going to give me 1 over 2 over 10. Yeah? So my multiplier would be 10 over 2, which becomes 5. I hope I didn't make any calculation mistake. Do you get it? Yes? I hope so. Take a screenshot. You need to know your multipliers. And now what I'm gonna do, not now, I'm gonna record the video today, but you're gonna have to do it on next session, okay? No, before next session. I'm gonna create an exercise, a big one with the closed economy multiplier and the open economy multiplier. And you're gonna try to do it before next session, because on next session, you're gonna have the correction. So that's it for today. Love you guys, have fun, but study. Bye.